While mortals and the gods There we go. Yeah, welcome to another episode of ArtCo Drone Solutions. Today we got a great show today. We got a couple topics. We're going to be talking about the DJI FPV, the new one, the Avata. And there's some confusion on whether it's an indoor drone or can you use it outside? I don't know. We'll talk about that. And also, we'll talk about the split between Cadix cameras and DJI. So, we'll talk about that. So, while we're waiting for my co host to join in, let's do a little bit of humor, shall we? Alrighty. And I can understand why Tom would turn off or mute me because, that music might set off his autism. So, but Tom, thanks for coming. Always great to have you. And let's get going. Okay. I once interviewed for a position to become a blacksmith. They asked me if I ever shoot a horse. I said no, but I've told some donkeys to piss off. I wish I could do. I can't. My Stream Deck is not working today because VMix didn't update, and for some reason my Stream Deck is not working. So we'll have to just pretend you hear. But if you want to leave a super chat or a super sticker, I'll pretend to make a cha-ching sound. Alrighty, let's keep going. My worst ever job, putting soft drink in order of fizziness. It was so degrading. I recently got laid off from the sugar packing plant. I'm sad, but they put a little extra in my last pay packet as a sweetener. Great news, I just got a job making chess games. I start on the night. I recently found out that lining up staff and pushing them over is frowned upon at Domino's. Yeah. People become butchers because they like to meet people. Ba-dum-boom. I used to build stairs for a living, but it was very up and down business. I just got a job of senior director at Old McDonald's Farm. I'm the CIEIO. Yeah, there you go. So if we're going to arm teachers, at least give the librarians silencers. Oh. I'm looking forward to my forthcoming job in toilet paper production. It's a new role for me. Oh, there you go. Boom, boom. Alrighty, so nobody has showed up yet. So I sent out links for folks. Hopefully they'll start coming in, and we got a pretty good crowd tonight. So let's say hello to everybody in the in chat. I am going to turn down my headphones so I don't hear myself talking. All right, let's start off with Grant, Mr. Stay Drunk, all the way from down under. And we have Dominic, Northside Hawk, also from down under. We got our Aussies in the house. And we've got Tom, Tentos. Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, and then we got Barkley. 107 Drones. Good to see you. Good to see you. And Lawrence, Novice Quads. Lawrence, when are you not going to be a novice? When are you going to be an experienced quad? Yeah, there's something to think about. And then we got John, Flying Flynn Media, and Steve W. Knowles. And then we got Laura, Little Llama Laura. And then we got Jody, Drone Shot. And then we got Bill, Quinn Dynasty, and Warren, Akira Show. I'm going to just say Akira Show. I don't care what everybody else says. Yeah. So, oh, Jerry Bauer, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you. And, oh, Andrew Silverfox, good to have you in the chat. Good, good, good. Oh, Tom, Lens Capture Online. You know what? I will shoot him a, oh, okay, cool. Michael is at his brother's house, Sergio's house, so I'm going to give Tom a link and he could pop right in. Tom Dowling, love his mysteries. Father Dowling Mysteries. Remember, ABC, I believe it was on. Alrighty then. Tom, if you want to come in, you are more than welcome to come in and be part of the cavalcade of stars here. Oh, and then we got Brent. Eat more possum. Of course, we want to eat more possum. We got a great crowd today. Wow, we're up to 29. That's awesome. So, oh, and we got Dustin. One World, One Vision Aerial. Yeah, good to see ya. Oh, righty. Uh, yeah, Magadan Umaga or Gabi for me. James, if you want to pop in and help me out here so I'm not talking to myself. So, speaking of the Philippines, my girlfriend in the Philippines, she raises pigs, and one of her big, oh, and I forgot to say, Mike of Tech's Art Drone Guy, welcome, welcome. One of her pigs just gave birth to 13 little piglets, so let's take a look at them, shall we? And so, oh, aren't they cute? They're cute.
Thanks, Lord, for 13 healthy piglets.
Oh, cute little
First
piggies.
parity.
Okay, that one on the end, that's bacon. And the one next to that is Linchan. And the one named after that is Canadian bacon. And the one, you know, it's hard to name them all, but I was going to show you the video of the pigs being born, but then I don't know, I get a little queasy just watching that. So, hey, so I hope you all enjoyed that. So yeah, so my numbers are dropping, so let's. So he's doing a good job. Irene's got a nice little setup there. Their little piggies. So alrighty, let's get going. And I'm going to. There we go. Alrighty. So hopefully everybody enjoyed that. It's not drone related, but it's a little something about, you know, something that we eat once in a while. So she's doing pretty good. She's been at it for I think a couple of years now. So she's had some other batches that they're already been sold off, and she's building up the herd with sows and boars. So she'll have her hands full in the future, right? So right now she's taking care of the pigs, and then she's off to church. It is Sunday in the Philippines, and when James comes in, he could give us a little report on the big earthquake that they had up there on the north side of Luzon. They had a 7.1 earthquake. So, hey, let's welcome all the way from Las Vegas, Nevada. It is not Father Dowling, but Thomas Dowling. So, welcome, Tom.
Hey, how's everybody doing out there today?
We're doing pretty good.
I'm in between weather here, waiting for the next weather advisory to come through to warn us about some flash flooding.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we've been having some significant weather out here. It's monsoon season in Las Vegas in the Southern Valley here.
Same here. Same here. We've got some flash flooding because, the wildfires we had last year, and we're having some flooding in the burn scarred area. So we're dealing with that.
What's up, brother? Yeah, we really had a bad one last night, and but luckily we're up in the foothills, so we look down at Vegas at night. We're up on the Black Mountain foothills in Henderson, Anthem section of Henderson, and I'll tell you, man, that lightning, I just love watching it. Okay, loved watching it, but boy, oh boy, this ground cannot absorb water quick enough. And that's why there. In fact, early in the week, unfortunately, there was a fatality. Swiftwater, Henderson, Clark County, and Las Vegas Fire all attempted swiftwater rescue, but unfortunately, they were a little too late. So, it's what's really amazing is my wife can't get over how tall the clouds are and how close they are, and I'm like, well, we're not in New York City anymore, so we don't have all those buildings around us to obscure them. I mean, we're up at 3,000 feet. I don't know what your elevation is. You're probably pretty high in Colorado.
Well, Denver is 5280, so 5280 we're mile, and I'm northwest of Denver, so we're slightly higher than Denver.
Right, and so, I mean, you're touching the clouds, so are we over here. And then you look at these cumulus nimbus clouds, man. They're 20,000 feet tall. Okay, they look beautiful from a distance, but boy, are they dangerous.
Yep, they sure are.
And, I threw up a video up on YouTube a little earlier of the storms forming. I did a little time lapse with the Mini 3 Pro. Boy, I love that Mini 3 Pro. That extended battery, you can actually get 20, 25, even 30-second time lapses.
Wow.
Because without worrying about a battery warning. Okay.
Cool.
You can definitely shoot a 30-minute hyperlapse without a battery warning on those.
Wow.
As long as you're not hovering in one spot, of course. I mean, just, use course lock or waypoints, and you got plenty of time on that battery. I landed that battery with, actually, for that video, I actually did almost a 30-second time lapse, but I trimmed it down a little. And I still landed on it and had over 30% battery left.
Wow.
I'm that little drone's a little beast. Gotta love it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I see 107 Drones said, Eastern Kentucky. I watched that footage this morning, man. That's heartbreaking. You got almost 25 reported fatalities so far, and unfortunately, that number is going to go up because they're still involved in doing rescues and trying to find a bunch of lost persons at this point. So, my heart goes out to them. It's a tough situation. Tough to even be prepared for something like that. I mean, that was flooding coming down in the Appalachian Mountains there.
Yep.
So every spring, every creek turned into a raging river.
Yep.
And
same here in Colorado.
Yeah. Yep. Very dangerous. And the thing is, these warnings you get on your phones, don't take them for granted. I mean, out here, like I said, the ground is so hard, it doesn't absorb water that quickly. And that means some of these roads you're used to driving over without any problem, man, they look like the road's still there, but actually it's under about 3-4 feet of water. And it only takes about a foot of water to lift your car up, okay, and take it away. So You think about a 3,000-pound vehicle, a foot of water, you're no match, actually. So be very, very careful out there, folks.
Yep. I was here for the big South Platte River flood in '65. I was 5 years old, and this was before they built some of the flood control reservoirs on the creek or on the river, and it they just had a big downpour in the foothills, and that water just came rushing down, and it just picked up debris, and it went through downtown Denver and flooded downtown Denver, and all that debris building up on the bridges over the river. And
and the thing is, like I said, can pick up a car.
Yep.
Imagine that car coming towards you.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
In a raging stream of water. So yeah, you got to be really careful. You got look, common sense. That buzzer goes off on your phones. Pay attention. Okay. Yep. Don't think you're invincible.
That's right.
Because superheroes are only on the big screen. Okay. Immortality is only present on the big screen, not here.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's say hello to Leonard, JSK Enterprise.
Lenny.
Charles Beluski. And we have, who else? There were a couple other new folks. Oh, Crypto Man. I got to do. Crypto Man 5000.
I thought you said your stream deck wasn't working.
No, I have to manually go over and turn the knob for the echo. And okay, that's Crypto Man. Okay. Oh, Bob Casey Ariel. Bob Casey. Hey, Bob. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, we got a good group. All right, that's awesome. So
I just picked up a stream deck, Art. It's my first stream deck, but I'm using it for Premiere Pro and Lightroom and set up some profiles. So when I go into those applications, my stream deck changes and it gives me all my shortcuts. All those macro keys all those hotkeys I can never remember, Art. Okay. Pictures are worth 1,000 words, right? I mean, I love the stream deck. It was and you know what? It was really painless to set up. I was surprised. I was really surprised. And for those of you that don't know out there, Stream Deck is basically a macro. I don't know if my cord's long enough. No, I can't show it. It's basically a macro buttons. Right. But what's nice about it is behind the buttons, the clear buttons, are OLED screen. So you can place icons on there. You can even place text on there. And I have the Stream Deck Mark II, so it's a 15-button Stream Deck, which I thought at first might be a limitation.
I have the Mini as well.
You have the 6-button one also?
Yep.
Yeah. And then they have a 36-button, I believe it is.
Yep,
it's
I
the larger
believe so,
one, the XL. But I was tempted to get the large one. I opted for this because Best Buy had a deal, and I happened to be in there at the time for something else. So I used the Best Buy card and got my certificate. So I was able to get a nice discount off of it. I thought it would be limiting, but it's an infinite number of pages.
Oh, yeah.
So, and like I said, one of the things I love about it is when I move into software, the profile changes. It senses that software was launched. And when I'm active on that window, my whole Stream Deck changes to that application. So specific buttons tailored to that application. So I have it set up for Lightroom Classic. I have it set up for Photoshop. I have it also set up for Premiere Pro, and I have it set up for After Effects. And I'm still growing. So, it's a wonderful tool. Anybody out there? I plan at some point of using it for streaming, but I'll get there eventually.
I mean, yeah, it has so many applications. It's just unbelievable how powerful it is. And You know, it was Lloyd Mendenhall that turned me on to
Really?
getting one of these. So I got one, and I'll probably have to reprogram it, get all the software to work. So because I have it set up to where I could bring up my uh, video editing software. I could bring up Audacity.
Right.
I could bring up Skype if I want, and OBS and vMix.
Yeah.
And on my little one, I have all my sound effects on it,
Right.
and I also have it set up with some folders. One's my ArtCo folder for the ArtCo show, and the other one is for my conservative show that I do on Sundays. That is Three Conservative Gimps.
I have a couple buttons set up. One gives me my bandwidth, does a speed test
Oh
for me,
yeah.
keeps that
Ooh.
current on the screen. I have another button that tells me what my CPU utilization is, and another that tells me what my GPU is. So, when I'm really taxing that VRAM, I can
Yep.
see what's going on there.
Well, that's a
Uh,
good idea. Might
there,
have to do that.
there's so much stuff. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I have a button that brings me right into Epidemic Sound. So if I'm
Yep.
working on something, I don't have to navigate any web pages. Just
Oh,
tap
that's
that
a
button.
good
That
idea. I
website
might have.
opens in a separate screen. A
Mhm.
color picker. That's another one. So if you want to match a color, you hover over that color with your mouse and press the color picker button, and it gives you the actual hex number for the color.
Ooh,
Okay.
nice.
So there, you know what? I'm like a sponge, Art. If there's a YouTube video on Stream Deck, I've watched it in the last week and a half. Okay, that's how I learned this stuff.
I might have to go back and start watching some of those and just to unlock all the capabilities that are like right at my fingertips.
I can watch videos for like 26 hours straight without getting tired, but if I pick up something to read, man, I'm out like a light in 10 minutes. Okay, so videos work best for me at this point.
All right, let's say hello to Steven Drones and Hugo Vista area. I guess that's he's from Brazil, so I'm not good at Portuguese. I mean, it's very similar to Spanish, but there are some words that are like you can
I
kind of
think
guess what.
you have to slur, right, when you're speaking
Yeah.
Portuguese. Yeah.
Well, with Spanish, you got roll
Yeah.
your R's like restaurant. So, have you heard the news about the Avata, the new FPV drone that's supposed to come out? I'm hearing rumors it may come out next month.
DJI is just trying to reach into my pocket, Art. That's all
Yeah.
they're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I guess I'll be able to use my $26.22 DJI credit soon. Okay.
There you go. There you go. And also, I'm hearing stories that it's mainly an indoor drone, which
Well,
is like
it looks like a Whoop, right? I mean, it's
yeah.
ducted fan,
Mm-hmm.
right? Ducted, and well, I would have thought that should have been the first one they came out with. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, but definitely interested. Definitely interested.
Yeah.
Just don't make, do I have to buy another set of goggles? Do I, I mean, that's the problem. How many sets of goggles am I going to wind up with? That's
Right.
what I'm concerned about.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But it looks interesting.
Yeah, it does. I'm kind of curious to see what all capabilities it has when it comes out.
Yeah.
Is it going to be like a supercharged uh, whoop where you get with a better camera and how fast can it go
Right.
for those who might want to do some drone racing, indoors and going around the obstacle course and all that stuff. So that'll
Right.
be interesting to see
Yeah,
what it does.
I'm very interested to see how powerful it is. Definitely.
Yeah. Mhm.
Whether I agree with the protection on those props. Yeah, much more suited to fly indoors, but I would definitely want to be able to fly it outdoors also. But that, of
Yeah,
course, would
take it
be
out to the
dependent on how
playground
powerful.
and run around the
Yeah,
the
exactly.
swing set and the jungle gym and all
Terrorize the
that
small
neat.
kids on the playground.
Yeah,
Art,
there
be
you
careful
go.
with that, okay? Be
Yep.
careful.
Also, I'm guessing that the camera is probably one axis, where it just goes up and down.
I don't think it would be much different from. I honestly don't think it'll be a downgrade from the existing DJI FPV
Right.
optics. So, I'm hoping at least at that level. Uh, of course, I would like a little tweaking on it, a little more stability there. But
Mm-hmm.
when did they say they were looking to release that? What's the rumor
I'm
mill saying?
hearing next month sometime,
Next
but
month.
it may be in September, maybe
Right.
October. Yeah, but I see Bill Ronane's in the chat. Hey, Bill, I sent you a link if you like to pop in and join us here and share us the drink of choice that you're imbibing while we're on the air.
Still early here.
Hey, it's
Hey,
5 o'clock somewhere.
yeah, almost here too. And 32 watching right now, but there's only 18 thumbs up. Come on, folks.
Yeah, come on, folks.
Reach
Hey, we
over.
got Maddie of Maddie's Throne World. You know what? I'll send him a link.
Bill.
Oh, Bill says
He just woke
he's
up.
pooped. Yeah, he just woke up. Yep. So let's see if we get Maddie in here.
So who's going up to Chicago?
Well, Matt is going up with Max.
I know Ken is going
Matt
up.
going
Ken
up to.
Dono is headed up.
So
should be a good
Matt,
time.
if you want to jump in, then we got Michael, and hopefully Michael could pop in. I sent him a link. He's at
Talk it up.
his brother's house, so maybe he could jump in over there. You know what?
Definitely talk it up.
Send Sergio.
I spoke to Ray Kelly, of course. Had a
Oh,
nice conversation with Ray the other day. And
cool.
he hit me up South Florida drone meetup. I'm trying, Ray. I'm trying.
Yeah.
Trying to
Well,
talk
now
the
with
wife
my
into
new
it.
job, I don't know what my vacation status is going to be. I imagine I'm probably limited to 2 weeks, and if it is, I've got to go to the Philippines. I've been putting it off for almost
That's
6
a
years
tough one on
now.
a 2-week vacation, Art. I mean,
Yeah, I
that's a long
know.
flight. Long flight.
Yes, it is.
How far from? I mean, you probably fly into Manila, and how far from Manila?
Yeah, well, I'm going from Manila down to Mindanao, which is at the southern part of the country. And I've got my goddaughter over in Davao City, and then my girlfriend, she's over there by Dipolog, which is on the west side of the
West
island.
side. Yeah,
So,
western coast area.
yeah. Hopefully,
That's
I get,
a lot of
or
traveling after you get to the airport.
I could just go to Manila and then just fly my girlfriend up, and we'll just do stuff around Luzon.
Manila, Quezon. Yeah.
Yep. I could go see James and see his house. And we got Lee Bessing of Yellow Rose Drones. Good to see you.
Yeah, I've been talking to Lee a lot. Lee's coming out here soon.
Oh, good.
Trying to get him some good spots. Give him some intel. So, and he got himself Lance approval for some strip flying along the Vegas Strip area. Okay,
cool.
So that should be good. And when Bob gets back, I think maybe we'll start to get together and plan a Vegas meetup. Give you all an excuse to come to Vegas, like you need an excuse to come to Vegas. But we'll try to put something together. You know, again, Ray Kelly's been pumping me for that one also. When are we going to have a Vegas meetup? So we'll try to put something together. We'll see what we can come up with. Of course, it will not be a July meetup, Art. Okay?
No.
Okay, because you know some of these people will spontaneously combust. You know.
Yeah.
So we'll probably do a late fall, early spring type gathering. We'll see what we can get together. Right. But of course, Ray said I can't bang up against his South Florida drone meetup. So we'll have to plan accordingly.
Hey, we got Chuck of Action in the chat. Good to see you,
Chuck. What's up, Chuck?
Yep. And also, it looks like Cadit has split with DJI, so no more. So go out there and get up all your Cadets Vistas to make your digital quads. Start buying those up, and because who knows, maybe Cadets will come up with their own digital system. Who knows? So that'll be interesting. And look who's in. He's up from his nap. Let's welcome all the way from Port St. Lucie, Florida. Let's welcome Bill Ronayne. Uncle Bill. Welcome.
Yeah, I got to do my own sound effects. Yeah. Hooray! Uncle Bill's here. Hey, so yeah, I sorry, Art, I was going to come in, but I was watching. I like to watch a lot of the documentary series on YouTube, and there's so many good ones. And I was watching some nice, some good World War II documentaries and stuff. I know you like that, Tom. I bet you. Yep. I just got a feeling you do too.
Yeah,
and I woke up like this.
So much. Yeah.
I was in the chair.
Yeah.
My back is killing me. It hurts now. It hurts. I could have been a World War II pilot sometime. I was dreaming about flying. Anyway, it's like, oh crap! It's after 7 o'clock. I wonder if Artie's on. Oh, there he is. Anyway, hi Tom. How you doing? Hi Artie. Hi everybody in the channel. Good to see everybody. Good to see you guys. No, I wasn't drinking, Artie, but since you brought it up, your fault. Oh, how I sound? Do I sound okay? I didn't do.
You sound great.
Yeah, you sound fine.
Wonderful.
You're not slurring your words yet, Bill.
No, I haven't even had my first sip.
There you go.
You got the screwball.
I'm not that much. Not a lightweight. Check out my new shirt. This came in the mail today.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I've got one of those. Yep. I got one in the mail last week. Yep.
Yeah. Johnny sent it to me. Wasn't that nice? He sent me this.
Yep.
Very nice.
I didn't even know. He asked me what my shirt size was, cut like a week ago. And why? He goes, I don't know, just because I want to know. So I was really surprised when a shirt came in the mail.
You never know. Johnny's making up a new chart with some kind of information on it, Bill. Okay.
Yeah, you don't know. He's got. I already. He knows my shoe size, my waist size.
It's becoming on Microsoft, huh?
Look at these new sticker. I got the new ones now too. Artie's got
sticker pack. Oh, look at that.
And sorry you couldn't see them because this piece of junk was in the way.
There you go.
So anyway,
say hello to Drone Life RC. Welcome. Good to see you.
Yeah, hi guys. Everybody said hello to me. Hi, how you doing? Good to see you all.
Mm-hmm.
So what's up, Art? I'm sorry I missed the first part of your program. Why don't you go over everything you said so far?
Well, I did my joke. Mostly job.
You missed the jokes. I mean, that's the highlight.
Mm-hmm.
But go back and watch the highlight reel later on. So
he's always got more. one better than the last.
Tom Tentone said he saw a documentary on marijuana. He says it's perhaps the best way to watch those documentaries, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. That's a good point. Look at this. I literally just got this.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to be one of those guys walking around with the tag still on?
Yeah, just like Mini Pearl.
Well, that broke easy.
That's how old I am. Who remembers Mini Pearl?
Mini Pearl.
Size thing on
Tag
it.
on the hat.
There we go.
Yep.
I can't return it.
There you go.
But anyway.
It's yours now. Yep.
So I guess you guys are already, I don't know. Do you know that I bought TJ Grady's drone?
No, tell us about it.
I didn't tell my wife yet. No, I bought a DJI FPV.
Ooh, you got the POS. Okay, cool.
I'm POS Nation.
You have just the regular controller? Or did you get the motion controller?
No, it's just the regular. It's the kit it's a Flymore kit.
Oh, good.
No batteries.
Got 3 batteries. Yeah.
TJ says he's flown it 10 times or less. He's moved on from video more to photography. That's the wrong drone for that,
Yeah.
And so he really didn't fly it much. He's just been sitting. And I got a great deal. And I couldn't say no.
First FPV.
I've got buyer's remorse coming out of my ears. That's, I didn't need to spend that money on, I have trouble finding time flying the ones I have, but I want to try it. I figured.
We're all trying to build our own Air Force, Bill.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if I'm going to get into FPV.
So it's your first FPV?
No. I have I got some Fat Shark goggles here, Attitude 5s, and I got this.
You got the gurgles?
Gurgles. Didn't I say gurgles? I thought I said gurgles. And Tyrannus.
Oh, yep, I got one of those.
A couple of whoops, but I tell you, they don't write. In my opinion, maybe it's me, maybe it's my excuse. They're the wrong things to learn on. Those little zippy little. They're just. I don't know. I just think they're too hard to learn. I think they're too quick. I think of something more lumbering. Kind of like the owner.
It reminds me of that store in the mall that's no longer there. Unfortunately, a lot of stores no longer in the malls. Brookstone. And the kid would stand outside flying the helicopter like it was nothing, catching it back in his hand. And then you bought one and crashed it into everything in the house, and the wife made you put it away. Okay, that's what that reminded me of when you're talking about like the tiny whoops. They are hard to fly. They're not easy. But I think you're gonna have a blast with the DJI FPV, Bill.
Yeah. Well, that one I'll start with training wheels. I'll put it on the easiest. Whatever. I'll leave the throttle.
You'll go from normal. You'll go right into sport mode in no time, Bill. And remember, you have a couple of different options in the sport mode, and the high angle sport mode, you'll have a blast with.
Okay? Oh yeah, I think it'd be fun playing with it. I do. The problem with them too is though I'm going to want to find a nice big open field with marshy,
absolutely
grass. I already ordered accessories for it. All this stuff is shipped to work. But anyway, I've got I got the arm stiffeners, the carbon fiber arm.
Ooh, yeah, Eddie Nunez flies with those. He says he likes them, but Eddie flies regular FPV too. He's definitely a pro.
I know I'm going to hit the ground with it at least a couple times. Once I start playing, once I get away from the grandma mode.
Remember, Bill, you have the get out of jail free button on there. Okay, the pause button, and it works. So if you get yourself in a little bit of straits, just hit that button and then collect your thoughts and take it from there. So that's the big difference with this drone.
That's not all I got. I got the cowl cover, that rubberized cowl protective cover, and then I'm not a lightweight, and then I got there's a battery protector cover thingy.
What did you buy? Everything Ken Dono's producing?
No, I didn't get anything from Ken. Not that I wouldn't. I just didn't. but these things are rubberized. The ones I got, they're kind of rubbery, and the ones for the battery.
Yeah.
While it raises at 10 centimeters, it's also like rubbery substance, so that it supposedly gives it some shock absorbance a little bit if you hit the ground a little bit too hard. So, like I said, and then I'm going to attach balloons to it, and
just remember, you don't have to. If this thing will land like a GPS drone, okay, you don't have to come in for that skidding runway, somersault across the grass.
Well, guys, you're hit me up with, you're going to love it. Remember, you can start line of sight. Tom, you're saying the same thing, basically. I know all that.
Yeah, and it does have turtle mode also
with the whoops over here. The funny thing is, you know what I enjoyed most about that was learning the software, learning and tuning it and tweaking it, playing with it, and then fixing it after I smashed it into a bridge abutment. And putting it back together, resoldering the camera back into the. Although that was annoying because they're very, very tiny. Because I got the little, little F4 board with it. But anyway, so, but then I've just been sitting because it's just like I used to be a gamer. I used to like to play first person shooters, still do, once in a blue moon. But I used to really be into my game, and I played and still play, believe it or not, Battlefield 2, and it's been around since, I don't know, 2005. Anyway, there's still servers out there running. And thing is, I've bought other shooters since then, and really nice ones, newer ones, more modern ones, better ones. And I don't get good. I end up not playing them because I like being good at what I do. I don't like I don't like being a noob. So I get my ass handed to me. Versus the game I have 200,000 kills in. But anyway, literally. Anyway, but it'll be fun.
Lee put up some good advice there. He said, just remember that you can't look straight down with that FPV drone. Like, we're used to hitting that button underneath to look down at the landing pad. You got to prop up your goggles and make sure where you're landing is a good spot. You don't want to be landing in.
I want to be the first guy that hand catches it with the goggles on.
Again, you might be late to the game. That could either be Ken Herron or
will
Ken
be calling you lefty
right? Yep.
Take some, nerves of steel.
Billy Three Fingers. Yeah.
You'll be like Jack Black in that movie Jackal, where he got his hand blown off, where the guy told him, "Hey, hold up the packet of cigarettes."
Well, maybe not the first guy. First guy in the block.
All right, let's welcome just down the street from Bill. Let's welcome all the way from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Let's welcome Matt Munda, Maddie's Throne World. Welcome. Oh, Doom. Yes, I remember that game.
I remember that game.
That was my favorite game.
Put up Doom 3. I happen to have it. Isn't that funny?
Oh, did you ever get the hack where you could change the characters in Doom?
The hack the what?
Hack, where you could change
get the hacks.
The character.
With Doom 3, I've played all the Dooms and all the Quakes, and I had that hack for Quake 1, where you get to change your skins, and I changed them all to, at the time, it was all Al Gore's and President Bush chasing each other around, trying to kill each other. That was pretty funny, actually. They were very stiff and like a board like this, you know what I mean? They looked funny. It looked just like Al Gore. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's stay away. Stay away from
I had one where it changed everybody into Simpson character, which was fantastic.
I've seen that one. Yeah, seen that one.
Maddie, when you going to Chicago, Maddie?
We are leaving on Thursday, which is the 11th, around noontime. That'll give us about 7 or 8 hours of downtime and screwing around. Me and Max are driving, and then we'll be in Chicago at the hotel around probably 2 or 3 o'clock for check-in. We're gonna drive straight through. I'm gonna drive halfway. He's gonna drive the other half.
I got a Chicago CD. You guys should play that all the way there to get yourselves all prepped and ready.
We're gonna try and stop and fly as many places as
205624.
possible.
You can't fool me on Chicago. I'm saying, what were you saying, Art Maddie? You've heard of the group Chicago, right?
Yeah.
I know you're young.
I have heard of them. Hey, that's a good idea.
Boomers listen to that stuff.
I wanted to go up to Chicago, but unfortunately the dates didn't work out. I mean, when I heard about it, I was like, oh man, that would work. And of course I, checked with the bride and the calendar. I forget what day of the week it is, guys. I'm sorry. It's a tough life these days. Yeah, no, it just didn't unfortunately work out. But hey, if I know you guys are going to be successful, so this won't be a one-time deal, okay? It's not going to be a one and done. So
nah, they'll be doing it every year, I'm sure.
I gotta start getting it on the calendar before the wife gets the stuff on the calendar. So
there you go.
I have half a chance.
See, it's his fault I bought that drone, by the way.
It is. Well,
I think 2 minutes after it was posted, he's messaging me, Bill, gotta buy TJ's drone.
Well, I knew you were looking for one at a good price, and I guess that
had to
at a pretty damn good price.
Yes, had to. How you feeling after being out in the hot sun all day? Maddie was flying, was live today.
Wasn't too bad.
Your video, you kept apologizing for the video. I'm telling you, the video looked fine.
It looked like it was blotchy, like it wasn't.
Was
stuttering.
Well, no, there was a little bit of stutter going on, but the video was clear. And if you put the settings on your YouTube, whatever you were watching on phone or whatever, and I noticed it was really blurry with mine too, and it just forced me, for some reason, YouTube forced me to manually pick the resolution, not advanced where it says higher or best. When I did that, it still looked like crap. I actually had to pick 1080p. I think I picked 1080 or 720. And once I forced it into that particular resolution. Your video looked great. It just a little bit of stuttering, but that's to be expected running Prism and Fly at the same time. They're both pretty heavy apps.
That had to have been the reason it wouldn't come out of the small aspect ratio, I guess.
Well, we fixed it, so
yeah, it worked. As soon as I switched it into 1080, it worked. So,
but I mean, on the other end, when you were reviewing it and you kept apologizing for how bad it looked, and it really didn't. You should review it.
Yeah, I'm watching it right now.
Yeah, make sure your settings are turned up to.
Yeah, I just don't the stuttering, the starting and stopping. Like when I went and chased the boat, I went out offshore and chased that boat. It got so stuttery, I almost hit return to home and let it fly back automatically because it was pissing me off.
A couple of things too. Did you turn off your notifications? All your notifications?
No, I had everything going. I turned the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth off, but the phone was still on. Everything was still on.
I think maybe try it in airplane mode next time. See if that helps.
Yeah, I will.
I use that to share the internet on my second device. So it's because my second device does not have a card like yours does. So I can't turn all that stuff completely off. And I get the same thing. I get a little stutter.
Yeah, I guess.
Now, I've got a question. How do you do it with it? I have a smart controller. I want to use that to do my live stream.
You can download Prism on there. You could sideload that app.
Yeah, you would have to download Prism.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I haven't flown with a phone in I don't know how long.
I was using my tablet at first, but it got really bad, and then I switched over to the phone.
With the smart controller, have you done it the other way, using the Fly app itself to stream?
You still need to be tethered basically to your phone.
To a Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you gotta have Wi-Fi enabled.
So when I first,
you enable Wi-Fi and you share the Wi-Fi from the phone to the app.
That's how you.
What I'm saying is, Artie, have you flown using the Fly app? Have you streamed using the built-in to the Fly app? Because that would use less.
May have.
I'm sure that uses less resources. You're not running a second program. But you're gonna use more. It's gonna be more than just
taxing.
Fly app. It's only gonna be a little more than just.
Yeah.
Okay.
I tried.
Yeah, I think you're better off Bluetooth.
I started off on the RTMP today on the tablet. That was the first one I did, and it was really bad. So I decided to get off and use my phone. I completely forgot you cannot use the same RTMP twice. So I tried to put it on my phone, and it wouldn't work. That's why I ended up using Prism. I didn't have a choice.
Okay, I'll have
You
to. I'll
didn't have
download.
something. You didn't bring your laptop with you so you can make a
No.
new key.
Nope, I did not. I made the key before I left the house, and then
You need a
Yeah,
whole
that's the
Sherpa
main-
team at
that-
this point to bring all the gear out with you.
Well, I usually carry
Yeah.
my laptop with me anyways when I go FPV flying but we now are able to tune our quads on our phone using the app. There's an app for it now.
Well, I just got a new batch of
I was just showing it. I did
batteries.
too. 6S batteries. I just got them new ones today.
these are fat little
So
Bad boys.
I'll be flying the Blue Bee tomorrow, and I may charge up the batteries for the swing and fly that around. That is fun to fly.
The Parrot
Yep, parrot swing.
What is it called? The swinger?
Swinger.
Swing.
The swinger?
Swinger.
How's your new job, Marty?
It's going good. The last project I was working on was just putting shrink wrap on wire. So yep,
Sounds like
put
fun.
that on there and use the heat gun and just go
Whatever
done.
works, right?
And,
Pay
Cool.
good? Does it pay well? I mean, is it something worth it for you?
Yeah,
Is something
yeah,
you-
oh yeah. I think I started at 18, and then after I'm permanent, I think it goes up to 20, I believe.
Look how fat
Right.
that battery is. Jesus. Oh my gosh. Anyways. Oh.
But it's a haul to drive way up there. It's like 25, 30 miles from my house.
How long's your commute? How long does it take
It's
you?
a half hour in the morning, 45 minutes, in the evening.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
But I work for 8 hours and 45 minutes, and then we work 5 hours on Friday.
You know what's funny? Can I bring something up again? Yeah, I'm gonna bring something up again. I just finally, and half the reason I did this because I thought it'd be cool to have the goggles, the
Yeah.
V2 goggles.
Oh yeah.
You know, and then maybe I'll get real FPV. I shouldn't say real, but standard FPV. And,
That quad's
and-
real
and
enough.
have digital. And like 2 days after I buy this rig,
Avata.
DJI cats
Yeah. Mhm.
bitch slap each other, and then
Well,
it's like, oh, great, okay, that's wonderful news. And then I see, and we lost the lawsuit with the FAA, so you're going to need to have
Gotta have a
RID.
VO with you.
Are they going to support that with this drone? I don't know. And I think in like 3 months, I might not even be able to fly the thing legally.
If you have any plans on getting FPV freestyle quads, which I'm sure maybe down the road you might, buy those Vistas now. And if you don't use them, you sell them because people are going to be looking for them. Buy them.
Yep.
Buy a half a
That's-
dozen of them now.
That's what I said.
Dump
Yep.
the money into it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and buy a couple at a time because I have no plans on getting rid of my V2s anytime soon. But yeah, and if you don't use them, you sell them because I guarantee you can mark that shit up 6 months from now if there are no more out there. Somebody will buy
You're,
it no
you're
matter
a
what.
scalper.
Bingo.
You're a scalper.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
They're not. I like
Daddy's
that.
a capitalist.
I know. What? So they're not that expensive anyway, are they? Are they?
$159. You can get a few of them. RunCam has one for $100.
You send them to work, Bill.
What's that?
Have them delivered to work, Bill.
Well, there's a second company that works that they don't know what's
Yeah,
going on.
run
with
cam.
You got
Yeah.
RunCam. But RunCam gets their Vista units from DJI.
From DJI. Yep.
The only thing that RunCam owns on that entire unit is the camera itself. The Vista unit, it's all DJI. So now the Caddx is not getting them. DJI probably is not going to give them to RunCam either.
Why
That's
not?
the problem, because they're going to discontinue them altogether. That's what they're doing. They're trying to get them off the shelves because they have a new air unit coming out now. There's going to be.
I
an
think you
03
sell
air
two
unit.
versions. I don't know. They could sell two versions. I think they had problems with Caddx and whatever their issues were. That we don't know what the
I
relationship.
hope they
with
don't.
Run-
I hope RunCam doesn't stop.
We don't know what the relationship with RunCam is. If there's money to be made there, they'll keep making.
I agree with you.
Chris.
Yeah.
And who knows? 2 weeks from now, they could kiss and make up, and then they'll be back in the ball game again. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll bet you if the new one doesn't sell very well, they will.
Yeah, no shit. Well, they got new air units coming out, so we'll see how much those are and how much the goggles are and all that crap.
Yeah.
Well, you saw, Bill, something very similar just happened with Insta360, right? They came out with the 1-inch 360 camera, and they just announced today, stand by, we're releasing something new, the new evolution. So,
Insta like DJI.
Yeah, we'll see what happens next, right? All those that just invested in that $829 4K 360 camera,
1-inch on both sides. That's nuts.
I wonder where you go from 360. You know, now you can see into the fourth. You can see into the fourth dimension.
Well, see, here's the problem with the 360. Okay, I love the 360 camera. I mean, you get to. You really don't have to worry about what you're framing because in post you can reframe it. But when you reframe it, you're down to 1080p. Okay, because it's 2 cameras. Yep. So this one and this one together, you know, you got ultra high depth. But once you start reframing, now you're down to 1080p. Now, of course, with the release of the new one, that has upped the resolution. So who knows? Maybe they've come out with a 6K 360 camera, which then would rock the real estate market, I would think.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
It is time for the toffee giveaway. I'm going to put myself on big. All right, folks. Here we are. We got this is the dark chocolate. I also have the milk chocolate in the gold. I had translucent. So
now, Art, you're in Colorado, so those are those laced with THC? Art?
No, they're not. No.
Look at Art trying to give everybody diabetes. He's such a nice guy.
Yeah. Okay. At least get me high while you give me diabetes.
Oh,
Art.
shit,
Come on
right?
now.
Lace it with
So,
something.
Well, Art would have problems
toffee
shipping that. Okay,
is the
He couldn't ship it.
word. Oh.
Okay.
I think Enstrom's missing out. They should take advantage of it.
And look at all the lurkers
Whole
coming out of
new
the
marketing.
It'd just be it'd be a headache for them to add THC or whatever to it. It'd just be another process. It'd be too much.
Just think how much more candy people would eat.
I love this fucking thing. God, I love this drone.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, let's start collecting.
Come on.
Oh, we're up to 19. Come on, folks. Let's get that up to 25, shall we? Let's get that to 25.
So pushy.
What?
Just kidding.
I got something else in the mail recently too from Alexis.
Money?
Oh.
What'd you get?
Well, the plane.
She sent that to you?
The plane that she was printing.
She sent it to you. The whole she didn't want to put it together, did she?
No, she got intimidated about putting it together and putting all the
Yep.
control surfaces in and all that. So she sent me a box and she sent me all the pieces, and she actually bought the servos and the motor, and I didn't even look in the box if there's batteries in there. I haven't even opened it, but she says everything's there. I have everything I need except the radio, the RC unit, the receiver, and the transmitter.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you can use this. If you can, I'll use that. I'll use the Tyrannus.
Yeah.
I'll have to see if there's a receiver compatible.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. I can tell you what receiver to buy. Just let me know when you're ready.
But the control servos? You're gonna need one that's gonna have servo linkage to it.
FL Sky makes them. And
there we go. Let's go ahead and draw, shall we?
No, I haven't even researched it. I'll check it out.
FL
Toffee.
I think FL Sky makes them too. Those receivers.
Toffee. I'm not coming up. I just passed by.
Jeff.
Hey, Jeff Udock. Congratulations. You are the winner. Congratulations.
JPEG file.
I already have your address. That'll be shipped out tomorrow. Awesome. And oh, by the way, James, your cousin or aunt and uncle Hilda and Tom should be getting their toffee probably today. So congratulations. So he was
It's
last
actually,
week's.
actually an RC club in Port St. Lucie that is drone friendly, by the way.
Damn it.
So
Really?
I can actually
So
join a
easy to
local
find.
club and learn how to fly that thing
AMA
better,
club, yeah.
There you go.
and fly the FPV because it's a feed. They have a big field that they fly.
Not every AMA club is that welcoming.
No, I
No,
know.
not
They
mine,
put it
not
right
down
in
here.
they put it right on their site that they are drone friendly.
Good.
Yeah,
Pretty
ours
cool.
down here are
I know it's
assholes.
very unusual. There's a couple other ones that are in the area just flat out tell you, nope.
All the
Or, you know, our
recreational
heads
flyers
are
out
up
there.
their ass.
AMA is a good investment, by the way, as far as joining the AMA. They do provide a group liability insurance as part of the membership, so it's definitely worth it. But you got to find, like Bill said, not every AMA club is that friendly. Some of them, I was in one in Brooklyn, Gerritsen Beach, and they got very snooty. They told me I had to be trained by their local drone pilot before I was allowed to fly on their field. So their local drone pilot came up and he started laughing, and they were like, well, what's the problem? Because Tom trained me how to fly this freaking thing. So I was like, hey guys, I really don't need the grief. Oh, you got to stand on the flight line. Oh, you got to be here. Wait until everybody lands before you can fly. So I would go out on a Saturday. I'd be there at like 7 a.m. And they were like, well, you're not going to be able to fly until about 2 in the afternoon. I said, well, look.
Mm-mm.
And their membership was $150 a year, right?
Oh,
I said, do me a favor, don't cash my check.
I don't remember the name of the club. I did find it, and I did notice that there were several in the area, not too far from here. Not just this, but the next county. I'm right on the border of Stewart, of Martin County. And this particular one seemed the friendliest. I like what they had to say on their site. I haven't met anybody, but they also seemed to be the biggest one. Imagine that. When you're friendly and you're open to other,
Yeah, exactly.
other UAS,
You
you're going to be the biggest club.
you might as well join one of them because very shortly with remote ID, you're going to have to go by
You have to be
CBO
part of
guidelines, community-based organization.
community-based
good night,
organization.
Laura.
You might as well get up in there with them now before you're gonna be forced to anyways.
Yeah,
We're
I
gonna
agree.
be forced to fly by their rules.
And you're right. The AMA insurance is secondary to another policy, your homeowner's policy. Just be careful with that, okay? Because if you have a homeowner's policy, I would highly recommend you get yourself an umbrella policy also. An umbrella policy is
policy. I'm in Florida. It's ridiculously expensive too.
yeah, and that's why I say one thing I would get is I would get an umbrella policy on top of that because you'd rather tap the umbrella policy than your homeowner's policy. You don't want to be left out in the cold because of something stupid. But you got to be careful.
I would never make a claim for a drone on my homeowner's policy. Like I said, Florida is a touchy situation.
Well, the problem is if injury to others or something like that. That's when they come after you. And you got to be careful. Yeah.
And
but there are a lot of knuckleheads out there, Bill. So
they look for excuses to drop you here. Companies are leaving.
Agreed.
Hey,
doesn't matter. I've never had a claim in all my years.
Well, they take your money every month, Bill. But if anything happens, then they look at you like you're a criminal. Okay. It happens with whether it's auto insurance, it doesn't matter. I
replaced my roof a couple of years ago, and I didn't. Yeah. I paid for it. I paid out of pocket for it because I don't unless it's catastrophic and my house blows down. I'm not putting a claim in.
Right.
That's it. Mm-hmm. At that point, you don't need the insurance anymore anyway. But that's it. But yeah, it's gotten very bad here. My insurance is now about almost it's 3.5 times what it was when I got here 12 years ago.
Well, you have a natural disaster coming either from the Atlantic or the Gulf with great regularity.
Not
So that's
here.
part of it.
Treasure Coast hasn't been hit for shit. You know,
Where are you?
You know, it just keeps passing by. You know, I mean, we've had tropical storms, and you know, people have lost some shingles and like that, but and there's been a little bit of flooding. But for the most
Based on
part,
the state. It's based on the state, Bill.
well, you know,
Yeah.
I'm paying for other people's problems.
See, if I have a natural disaster out here, I probably have beachfront property. Okay, California's going to fall off. So,
Actually, Louisiana's been sucking up all our national disasters for the last few years.
yeah,
Oh, it's gonna hit. It's gonna hit.
Johnny.
Wait, no, it's in Louisiana again.
yeah, I know. Johnny got hit bad not too long ago, right?
Yep. I think it was last year. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I think he only just recently finished fixing his house.
Yep.
Hey, Bill, have you ever tried to slow motion on your Air 2S?
Only when I'm walking.
Got to step
I
away,
did
guys.
did it for
Okay.
the first time today, and it came out really cool. It does it automatically.
No.
In video, you go
Haven't
to
tried
slow
that.
motion. It puts it in 1080p, 60 frames or 120, and
Yeah.
you just push record, and it does it on its own. You don't have to do anything in post, nothing. It's actually pretty cool looking. I did it on the waves today, and it worked. Pretty sweet.
Yeah, no, I'll have to check. I've seen that online. I've seen.
Yeah.
Where did I see you said?
Bill,
Fly.
Bill, the drone reviewer, did it on his Mavic 3 or Mini 3, I think. But yeah, I've never done it on the Air 2S. I never even thought about it. But I did it today on the waves with the waves.
Holding
being
is a
locked.
terrible thing. Filipino guy. Good guy. Biggest-
Aldrin Estacio.
What?
Aldrin
Yeah, Aldrin.
Estacio.
Aldrin.
It's on
From,
Aldridge's channel. It's a nice
yeah.
work with that.
Tom,
You got a
have you
ring,
been
huh?
robbed?
You got a ring doorbell.
I got to ring everything. Jeez,
Yeah.
I got to ring around my finger. I got to ring
It's
around.
the same
We
sound
will go
effect.
that far down. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I thought it was my tinnitus acting up.
I just keep hearing sounds all over the place. Getting used to it.
Get spy on my kids.
It was funny because I when I moved in, a couple of dog droppings right in front of the house. So after I put the Ring cameras up, I put a little sign, and it's a dog taking a dump with a Ghostbuster symbol, and it says "Smile, you're on camera." It's
Yeah.
funny. My next door neighbor, this guy thinks we're in a high crime neighborhood. Apparently, he's never lived in a city before. Meanwhile, we're in a gated freaking community. Give me a break. So he's got these security shutters. I call it the prison cell closing every night at 9 p.m. So he's got this little dog, okay, that all the dog ever does is bark. But I these houses are well insulated. I never hear it. So he comes by the day after I put up the sign, and he rings my doorbell, and I see him on the ring, and I go, "Oh, what's this guy?" He's, as long as you know who the wacky one is on the block, it's not you. So he was clearly identified early on.
Oh,
He rings my doorbell, and I answer it, and I go, "Hey, how you doing?" He goes, "Oh, I saw your sign. I hope you don't think it's my dog, Dudley." I said, "Jack, I got a camera up. If it was your dog, I'd be knocking on your door. You wouldn't have a chance to knock on mine." Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you. And but he told my next door neighbor that his dog takes such small dumps that it's not even worth picking up. And my neighbor said to him, "Yeah, let me catch you do that just once." Okay.
yeah.
But otherwise, great neighborhood. You can't complain. All good neighbors. And when the prison doors go down next door, I don't have to worry about him either. So
Art, can I show something?
My
Sure
my little
can.
dogs leave little dumps, but they leave lots of them.
Yeah.
And my wife, that's
And
one of my
sometimes
wife's
they stick
things
to their
is
rear ends
making
too.
sure she gets them. And the funny thing is, the dogs, when they see her in the yard collecting, they look at her and say, "Oh, look, Mom," and they take a dump for her. Yeah.
well, when we had the cats back in New York, of course they would wait for my wife to clean the litter, and they'd be waiting online. They'd wait online, okay? Make sure the bathroom was clean before using it.
Hang on. I shared the wrong thing.
Uh-oh.
I shared the wrong thing. I was supposed to share just
You gonna show us your porn list now? What's
Yeah, his OnlyFans. Yeah.
his OnlyFans?
How'd you know?
Maddie's got an
Yeah.
OnlyFans site.
Oh yeah, only yeah. This is the Go ahead.
Don't give Art any ideas, Maddie.
I know, right?
Look, now we're off to infinity and beyond.
This is the slow motion video.
Okay. Okay. There we go.
It's just straight out of the camera, man. You push slow motion, hit play, and then it just look how cool that shit looks. It's pretty cool. I thought. You don't have to do anything in post. Just boom.
What is that shooting? Is that shooting at 240, Matt?
No, 120.
120?
120.
Wow, that's nice and clean for 120.
It is. For just a stock shot on the Fly app. Yeah, I thought so. I've never done it before. And then every time you go,
it's also nice about that. If you pull a frame at that rate, if you pull you can pull some nice frames out of there, get some nice photos.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. All right, I'm done.
It's just drawn into that fourth dimension just there.
I know.
That is really cool. How it does that on, a lot of people have to do that crap in post. People slow shit down in post, but with the Air 2, I'm sure the Mini 3's got it too. I'm assuming.
Well, a lot of people were like wondering why the Mini 3 has a 48 megapixel option on it, and they think it's a waste. And I'm going, if you shoot it at 48 megapixel, you got nothing but opportunity to crop. I mean, why do pro photographers want the highest megapixel capability with the largest sensor? Is so that we can recrop the image and not lose resolution.
Yeah.
Or the most data possible for post color.
Well, look, if you're shooting raw, you're basically getting as much as the camera can handle. These drones, the codecs, do fucking crazy shit to your computers, and your best bet is to bring it in and transcode it into like if you have the disk space, recode it into ProRes 422. I have a brand new machine with a GTX 3090 and 12th gen Intel, the 12900K. But you know what? If I wasn't careful and I bought the 12900KF, it wouldn't come with iGPU on that Intel chip. And these GTX 3090s and now the 4000 series also, they still have problems with some of the codecs out there, especially 265, H.265. There's some difficulty processing. And your NVIDIA GTX and your Razer, they don't handle those codecs, not all the codecs that well. But the little puny iGPU on the Intel chip covers me on those that the GTX doesn't have. But be careful. Watch which Intel chip you're getting.
You mean RTX?
RTX, yeah, I'm sorry. The RTX 3090.
That's what's funny. The older GTX don't have any issues with that. But I'm running an old GTX 1066 gig, and I don't seem to have any problems with transcoding anything. But
you're probably shooting in 264?
265.
Oh, you are shooting in 265. That's surprising.
Oh,
Bill.
yeah. Always 265 with the Air 2S.
It's more efficient on space, but
obviously
it's really hard
with the Mini 2 because it doesn't support 265.
Yeah, I shoot 265.
And I don't even know what the FPV does. The FPV do 265?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does. I think it does.
Yeah, it does.
I think it does. I got to be honest with you. I don't know the difference between the two. I'm not into the whole camera numbers and all that shit. I couldn't tell you.
265 is more efficient.
It's more efficient in file size, and capture. But you got to make sure you get the hardware that can handle it on the back.
And the codecs built in, because it doesn't come built into Windows. I mean, not that it was any big deal. I think it was a 99-cent download from Microsoft, and then every
VLC. You can always use Frio VLC to read it too.
VLC's giving me hard. I just reinstalled VLC because this build.
You get the latest version.
I get
Yeah.
No, well, it's working fine. Don't get me wrong. It's not working fine for playing Blu-ray movies. I don't know why. I actually had a
code issue?
downloaded.
Did they
Well,
start to lock up the regions on VLC?
Well, no, it's
long
got something to do with Java because the videos that I'm playing have JavaScripted menus, and at first,
are you running Windows 11?
Yeah.
That's probably your problem. Okay.
Well, it's obviously my problem because I did this
Windows
all fine,
11 is
but I didn't. I installed Java because I couldn't use the menus and these backed up copies of my previously purchased Blu-rays worked fine before, and now they don't. So
Charles asked, does
that's a good question.
Splitting up a 12 megapixel sensor into 48 megapixel introduce a lot of noise? No, actually it doesn't. It's actually more discreet, okay, and it filters the noise a lot better. So the thing that you need to be aware of is, like anything else, you have to properly expose the image. If you underexpose, you're going to have noise no matter, even on a top-end camera. If you underexpose, you're going to have problems. But I would say no. The 48, I've actually looked at the 48 megapixel in Lightroom Classic, gotten very, close to 800 zoom on it, looking for noise or looking for a chromatic aberration, that purple and green tinting you'll get. And didn't see I saw noise, but not what I would expect off of that, sensor. That's I'll tell you, they did some job on that Mini 3 Pro sensor.
Yeah,
they really did.
What. Yep. From the stuff I've seen, they nailed it.
I mean, that thing's just so easy to bring everywhere with you.
I know.
I didn't.
Bill, if you're accessorizing motion controller, Bill,
I didn't buy that Uber system that you're talking about there, Tom. I built mine, and I went with Alder Lake, but I was building a budget build, right? So I got the 12.4. I got the i5 12.4 to save money.
Yeah,
and figured, especially at the time, it was $168 for the processor. It's like
right,
and it was as good as the AMD 12 the AMD 5600, good in a lot of different ways. But anyway, so I will do this for now. I got myself a good MSI Tomahawk board, so I overspent on the board so that I could have headroom, for later, for when the processors come.
Future proofing. Yeah, exactly.
Right. And I'll do it. I mean, at least an i7. We'll see. Maybe I'll do the i9.
Look,
the i9 costs almost as much as I spent for the whole build. So I did that. I bought with the 32 gigs of RAM. And even that I saved a couple. It's only 4. I didn't go with
video cards pricing is starting to really crash now. In fact,
that's what I was looking at. And because I bought this drone, I'm not upgrading my video card anytime soon. I might. I don't know. We'll see. Because the crypto market took a hit, so now the video boards are becoming affordable again.
They're actually
all these vendors that are stuck with these, that's why what you're going to see very soon is a ton of manufacturer rebates coming across, because people are going to go, hey, why am I going to buy this card at this price? When the market's tanking. Well, look to NVIDIA to give you a 30 to 40% rebate on some of these cards coming up soon.
We'll see. There's another school of thought of that too. I mean, that they're not going to get much lower than they are now, because right now they're already selling. A lot of the cards are selling for well under original MSRP.
The 3090 was going for $3,000 up until recently, which is crazy. It's insane.
But say you're looking at a middle card, like a 3070 Founders Edition, or even a TI, or maybe AMD. I was looking at 6800s or 6700 XTs or 6750 that they came out as a stop in between for middle road. Still get yourself 12 gigs of RAM. The 192 bus bothers me, but the performance is there. Anyway, I was looking at all of these, and their prices have really come down. I mean, you can get a 6700 XT for $450 right now.
Right.
That art?
fantastic.
You can get
But,
a 700,000.
They're saying for them to they may just keep pushing off the 4090 series and just keeps until
the
the
4090
4000
series
until the inventory's gone.
the
Or at least
4090
most.
series ready to ship. That's the problem. They can't sit on this too long. You know,
I don't know. It's pretty far and above.
it's tough. It's tough because they flooded the market with the 3070s, 3090s, and
well, if they're saying a 4070 is going to be more powerful than a 3090, and they're talking about $450 to $500 MSRP on those things. Now they're not going to sell for that for 3 years.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I spent money on my system, just like you said. I figured if I was going to invest in a system right now, and no, I don't have the desire to build one, but I figured I'd future-proof myself. My motherboard, the power supply is 1,000 watt. I got 2 NVMe SSDs in there. One I use for scratch and cache, and then I got a NAS also. I've had a NAS for a while, okay, but I have the NAS.
What NVMe did you get?
I got 2 of them are Crucials. Both of them are 2 terabyte Crucials. They're running.
That's one of the things I spent a little more on was because I went with the Fire CUDA, Seagate,
the Seagates.
Yeah, because I did a little. I did my due diligence on that, and that's a really good one. But everything else I tried to save some money on. But I don't know. We'll see. Because here's the thing.
My wife likes it. She says it's pretty.
I'm probably if I wanted to go above a 3080, 30. If I want to go above 3070 Ti, maybe go to a 3080 or anyway. I'm gonna start looking at a new power supply too. And if you're going to get a 4000 series, I'm definitely going to have to look at a new power. I have a 750, so I'm in good shape. But to get into the 4000 series, based on what we're seeing, you might have to get at least 1,000 or 1,200. And
probably you're probably going to at least 1,000, And that's why I wanted to go with a system that I definitely could get away with a few years. And if I had to upgrade, I have the DDR5 RAM at running at 4800.
You have DDR5?
Right now, right now I don't think I need to overclock at this point.
You don't ever have to overclock what you have. What you have is
no. What I have, I don't. I mean, depending on what Adobe does next and how they screw up Premiere, we'll have to see. But unless and I'm not heavy. I'm not heavy into gaming, Bill. So
either. But not anymore. But what I'm trying to say is, I was editing H.265 video with my old system, which was an FX 8350 I had 32 gigs of DDR3. By the way, I got 2 sticks of 80. I gave the system away basically.
Art, do you have any idea what's happening right now?
2 8-gig sticks.
We're geeking out.
I have no idea what's going on right now.
G-Skill Aries, because you know what? This stuff's going for a lot of money. 2 sticks. Anybody needs some DDR3? Let me know.
Come on, Matty, don't you need some DDR3?
Is that
right after you use it, you got to use preparation H.
STD solvent or something? I don't know.
No,
it won't fit in your laptop.
It's RAM memory, Matt.
Oh,
RAM.
Yeah, but they don't make it anymore. So the scalping is on. It's still pretty fast RAM, and a lot of people still have older systems, and if they're trying to upgrade it all, their scalpers are killing people.
107
I can't accept
old parts trying to stay relevant.
Like an external drive? Is that what you're talking about? Is that what that is?
No. That's internal RAM memory. Yeah.
RAM chips.
Copy that.
Yeah.
RAM.
G-Skill Aries series. Got heat sink on it. Look, it's nice stuff, man.
Never even seen that before.
Got your heat spreader.
Let the bidding start.
Hey, we got another Floridian. Let's welcome from the Gainesville area. It's Adrian.
Hey,
Adrian.
What's up?
Good to see you. Nice
What's up,
clear
brother?
video. Wow,
Art.
that's awesome.
Art, Tom, Uncle Bill, Maddie, Drone World, aka Trader.
Ray Kelly in my live stream today when I was doing my flight is like, It's so nice to see you flying a GPS drone, Maddie. And I'm like, well, shit, did it get that bad?
Yes, it did. You fucking
Really?
traitor.
Oh, come on. Wasn't that bad.
By the way, guys, I normally do my stream with StreamYard, but I'm going to Zoom now. So I upgraded to Zoom. Yeah.
Yeah, he's bulking right now. Don't you see him? He's getting that protein ingest right now. So, because Adrian, man, I look at my clock over here. When I'm on with Adrian, and I'm going, it's 9 o'clock. Wow, it's still a little early, and I realized then it's midnight where Adrian is.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Get off the hook. Hello. Thank you.
Fly with fun.
Adrian,
How's
who
everybody
you got
doing in
on
the chat?
tonight?
Sorry if I didn't get to you, but I'm just eating. Trying to get my little eat on before my show.
Not straight. Now I'm
You got to make that rim straight there, brother. You got to straighten out that rim, and then you need a round sticker on. It's gone. Okay, I got another one.
No, the
Sticker
bill
on there.
has to be flat, and you got to keep the sticker on it.
Wow.
Much like you keeping the tags on your shirt, Bill.
I'm rocking the Mendes joint up.
Speaking of stickers, it's about that time, folks. Put in hashtag stickers.
Speaking
We'll
of
do a
stickers,
drawing for the ArtCo.
did you send mine out? The ones I won last week? Because if you didn't, you could send them to somebody that has them.
I think you said send them to Brad, didn't you?
Which Brad? Who? Brad
Alston?
Alston? Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
I did. Yep. Got it.
Got them sent out.
Good. Thank you.
Alrighty.
Adrian, who you got on with you tonight?
I think I'm gonna have some guy called Uncle Bill's Toys. I think I'm gonna have him in there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm awake.
I really don't know who the hell that is. I'm gonna have Trey. I sent a couple of more invites. I sent you one, by the way, but I changed it to Zoom, so I gotta send you the one with Zoom.
Oh yeah, I did get a StreamYard link this morning.
You did Zoom before.
Yeah,
Adrian, I remember.
I did Zoom before, but then the thing that pissed me off is that back then when I did it, is because I was having more than 6 people on, StreamYard. I didn't have it, but then when I got Zoom, okay, 10-4, you got it.
I already got it.
Yep, I got it.
Then people started, they didn't want to fucking join. But now that I'm doing it this way, hopefully people will start coming in more. That way I could have more than one, person in there.
Well, just to be clear, you said you were going to send me a link, but you didn't.
You gotta give me a minute. I told you, Uncle Bill Toys gonna be in here. Now, Uncle Bill Toys, not you.
Uncle Bill's Toys and FPV.
The toys can show up. You got to sit on the sidelines, Bill.
Get the test out and make sure your spy bot's working.
By the way, Tom, do you want to join tonight, sir? I'll send you one as well if you want to.
Send me a link. It's going to be I got to drop a dinner in there somewhere with the wife. Okay.
10-4. 10-4.
Art, you having fun?
Yep, I'm trying to get the.
Get Adrian while he's putting the fork in his mouth. Art. Okay.
Don said, "Thanks, Maddie. Now we all have the invite." Damn, I didn't show it that quick, did I? Or that slow?
Oh, he
There we
drops it.
go. All right, let's start collecting. We are up to 13. Come on, let's make it 15, folks.
It was 19.
Yeah, really,
wasn't it?
Maddie.
That was
If
a lot.
somebody was able to glean that from the screen, God bless them.
I know, right? I'm looking at it and I can't even get it right.
Try to hash that that URL. Give me a break.
Oh,
All right, let's go ahead and draw.
it really sucks. You can't use the same stream key twice on when you're flying with the RTMP on that fly. That sucks. You used to be able to. We've done it before. Bill's done it. I've done it. Hey, look.
Hey, congratulations, Bill Ronayne.
Rigged.
You are the winner of ArtCo stickers.
I was talking about Rick.
One's toffee.
I was trying to explain to the Fly for Fun guys that when they put up the FAA questions there, Maddie,
Yeah.
that the same guy kept on winning. He happened to be on the stream that day.
Well, that's why, because there's a lag.
The latency, the lag
Yep.
between the live and the And
when I go on,
StreamYard.
I don't answer because I already know that I'm back there.
Mm.
You know, they're all
Johnny's
saying
like,
it's
look, you
rigged,
got
but I
it
wanna
twice.
win.
Whoa.
I never win. What are you guys talking about?
Oh, well,
And
we're
then
talking
what?
about FAA questions. We didn't expect you to win on those.
It's always rigged.
I never win. It's rigged when Maddie wins.
See what happened
That
here,
is
Bill?
true.
Karma. You got your win on the stickers, but you lost that win on that 1.34 billion.
I can't believe a single
know.
asshole won that in Chicago.
First
A
off, I think
single
it's wrong
person.
that amount of money. What they should do is they should cap it at a certain amount. Really, does anybody need more than 500 million?
No.
If you capped it at 500 million for the grand prize, then you filter all that money down into the lower prizes.
Where's mine at?
Okay,
Oh shit.
that would have made a hell of a lot more sense. Unless you were in Illinois.
Did you say, does anybody need more than 500 million?
The
Look,
payout,
look,
cash
look,
payout
look,
on
I
that was
do.
I think
747.
5 million would be fine. I'd go with that. That'd be all right.
Look,
$747 million cash payout on that freaking jacket.
what did they say?
500,000
How much? What was the cash?
$747 million.
Without the annuity, yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's the cash payout.
And then it depends on your state also. Not all states tax it.
Mm.
Okay.
Yep, that's right.
And it was
Like
it was
Florida, they
it
don't.
was it was a single person, one person.
Well, it was a single ticket. We don't know who's behind the ticket yet. And if they're
They said,
smart.
I saw a single person. Also, there were people.
No, they didn't come forward yet.
There were
They didn't
6
come
people
forward.
that won $1 million. 2 of them are from Florida.
Oh,
hit $1
there
million.
were 16 states where there were $1 million winners, and a couple of $2 million
a couple
winners
of them
also.
in Florida, a couple $2 million ones.
If you bought the bonus on the ticket, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, $1.2 billion is absolutely absurd. Of course, I'm saying that now, but if I won it, I'd say, "Hey, fucking later, guys." I'll be absurd.
Green-eyed monster taking over in the chats here.
Who?
He's ridiculous for taking that kind of money. You should give it a charity.
Yeah, really.
Sort
So
of
I
charity.
couldn't buy
Yeah.
a lottery ticket here in this state. You can't buy lottery tickets in Nevada because of the gaming commission, right? So we took a drive. There's a Prim, Nevada, right on the border of California, and in the parking lot, there's a state line drawn in the parking lot, and right across the state line is a lotto center. So, the wife said to me, "Hey, you wanna take a ride down there? It's like a 40-minute drive on I-15, not a bad drive." I said, "Okay, I'll take the drone. Maybe I'll find something to fly in the area." We drove down there. We pulled into the parking lot, and I said, "No effing way." I mean, there were thousands of people lined up, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not going to bother." We stopped. We grabbed a bite to eat. Okay, and then from there we took off and found some place to fly.
I can't find my ticket. I hit the Mega Millions number and won $2. Happy me. I don't know where it's at though.
Well, we did buy a ticket a couple weeks ago up in
I don't have my underwear.
by Mesquite, and we won on that ticket. I have that ticket still. It's $12, and the wife is like, "Hey, you want to take a ride up there?" And I go, "For $12, that's a 2.5 hour drive."
Yeah,
No, that doesn't even cover the gas.
Yep.
People get all crazy when the lottery number gets high, right? But what about it? What about at its minimum? Shit, I'll take 10 million.
Look, I take
people
whatever
don't get
they
all
give me.
crazy over, people are like freaked out over 1.2, but nobody makes a big deal of the fact that $20 million is the minimum. That's enough money to get you by for the rest of your life.
Hey, instead of buying the lotto ticket, you know what? You can leave me a super chat or a super sticker. So it goes for a good cause, and it helps. So I could buy more toffee to give away.
That was funny.
And stickers.
Hell of a job, Art. Hell of a job.
Mhm.
You got me.
So let's get that train going.
Okay.
I can't. Stream
I'm on my
Deck's
way.
not working, so I'll have to. I'll do the cha-ching. I'll be doing all the cha-ching.
Member for 14 months.
So we're waiting for James. He's probably still eating waffles. So come on, James, step it up. We need you. Get in here.
I'm gonna probably bounce here in a minute.
Yeah, I gotta bounce too.
I'm gonna.
Looking at the time.
I already
Yeah,
ate.
Adrian's probably gonna bounce out pretty soon too, so he could steal away all my my viewers. Here.
That's funny.
Hey, Jordan Cha-ching! Thank you very much. It's a super sticker.
I like stickers, yes I do. Oh, we've got a... Oh, Maddie, thank you. And Tom, thank you. Cha-ching!
Fucking
Oh,
wild.
I thought that was the cost of admission, Art.
That's what I was. I paid half for me, and then Adrian owes his half. That's his problem. Super chat train.
Super chat. Woo woo.
I'm gonna be the first to jump off because I promised the wife a nice meal tonight. It is Saturday night.
I'm gonna go too. Are we leaving?
Gotta
Are we
start
gonna end up leaving
slaving over the stove.
Oh, Uncle Bill.
Oh, you had
Thank
to
you,
one up.
Uncle Bill.
What is this? A bidding war, Bill?
Well, he didn't respond to my free one, so I figured I had to do something.
He had to one up.
Never mind that I pay him every month.
Well,
So
so is
get
Maddie.
a social security number, Bill. Put them on your
there you go.
taxes.
You know what? That's what I noticed was missing. I don't understand why, but it's weird.
Okay, everybody, I'm gonna take off. Okay.
Yeah.
Take care, Tom.
everyone.
Good to see you.
Have a good
Thanks
one.
for coming in.
Okay, always a pleasure.
Oh.
Thank you, Art. Take care, all.
Thank you, Berkeley.
I'll see you later, Tom.
107 drones. Thank you.
There's your
Woo!
super chat train, buddy. Nice.
Yeah, we
Money
got a
rolling
super
in.
chat train. Let's
Money rolling in.
I'm about to go in and help out, ladies.
rolling.
Where's your
Doggies
cha-ching sound
rolling.
effect, Artie?
Ladies
Cha-ching,
and gentlemen,
cha-ching.
I'm about to hop out. See y'all later.
All right, take
I
care,
was,
Adrian.
I was going
Thanks
to
for
also.
popping
but
in.
Bill, are you hopping out
And-
too?
There you go.
Oh,
There's a little one. We need a louder one.
Bill, are you
yeah, there
staying?
you go.
There you go.
Are you staying?
What's
in?
that? Am I going over? Yeah, I'll go eventually. I'll
No,
be
no,
there.
Are you staying right now with Art? Because I'm going to get off. If not, I'm going to stay.
What does he need his hand held?
I don't want to leave him
Are you
alone. I hate doing
scared?
that.
Yeah, we're waiting for James to pop in.
All right, I'm going to jump off.
That's
But I'll
a good
be,
one.
I'll be in
That's
the
the one
chat.
that I use.
I'll be in the chat, Art.
Okay.
Later,
Alrighty.
boys. Bye,
Later.
peoples. Later.
Well, congratulations on you've finally got a DJI FPV drone. That's awesome. That's awesome. So,
Who?
you?
Me?
you-
Yeah,
yeah.
Hold on.
That'll be a lot of fun. Well,
I
are you going to do a live stream with?
it's the wrong sound effect.
Oh, Jim Beauchart. He's going back in the hospital. Evidently, he's got complications with his knee surgery, so he's going back in the hospital. So that's why
Well,
you haven't
he
seen-
told me it was a few days ago. He told me he was going to go back in. They were going to do another. He wanted the doctor to come the next day because he doesn't like how things are coming along, and he's going to have to do another procedure.
Oh,
Yeah. So he
Yeah,
says
so-
so everybody has the prayers for Jim.
yep.
I think it's his knee. It's not the other transition he's been working on.
Ooh, yeah.
No, he'll be all right. We all know he'll be all right, but he's been in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
So should check in on him. That's a good point. Let's check in on
Yeah.
Jim. When did he say he was going in? He told me he was going in a few days ago.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. And Jordan, he's one of the members of the flight club that I fly with every Sunday. He's the guy that's been in my videos lately.
Yeah, he was supposed to go in Thursday.
Okay.
So let's see.
Luckily, I don't need any of that shit. Mine came out jacked up when I was born.
What came out jacked up? Your head?
Yep, my legs. Well, pretty much all my limbs. My hands look like. Well, I got good dexterity for doing stuff, and
Yeah. And you've got most of your mind, so you're okay. Not the whole thing, but most of it. What's going on with James?
I don't know. Oh, he just finished up the series on the house build. His Canadian neighbor across the street finished that up. So they just got a few touch-ups with that. Oh, and they had a major earthquake in the neighborhood way north on the north side of the island of Luzon. They had a 7.1 earthquake up there. And James said even they felt it.
Yeah, I looked into that. That's actually much closer to where my wife's from in Baguio than it is him. But because he's down south, the middle of Baguio's north. But they said they felt that they actually emptied 2 hospitals out all the way as far as Manila, which is 260 miles away. Or
Wow.
away. Wow. So yeah, pretty serious.
Right.
Yep.
So how close was that to Angela City?
To who?
Angela City.
I don't know. Angela City?
Yeah.
Well,
that's
I don't
where
know.
Clark Airfield is.
This earthquake was way in the northern tip of Luzon.
Oh, okay.
Like way up. Like
way up by Ilocos?
I forget. I don't know. I'm not that far. I've never
well, that's
been
why
there.
we're waiting for James. Come on, James. Come on in.
I pulled the map up on the screen. I looked at it, and I was like, okay, all the areas I'm interested in. And I looked up. She's got a property in Tabaco, Albay, which is way on the east coast, all the way down on the right. So that had no effect on that. But her family lives in Baguio, which is really like maybe 100 kilometers from where it was. So she was much closer than, say, Manila, which is 260 kilometers, or is it miles, whatever, away. And they still felt it pretty strong. Now, James, if he felt it, that's interesting because he's down the coast on the west coast, even further south than Manila. So,
no, well, he's near.
my wife said, "So what? We get hurricanes.
Oh.
She goes, we get earthquakes all the time. So what?"
Yeah.
Oh God.
When I was in Japan in '95, we had a 6.9 earthquake. We were like 12 miles away from it. And here I am, I'm waking up and my bed shaking. I thought the comedians had snuck into my hotel room and started shaking my bed. I thought they were screwing with me. And I woke up and I could hear the paintings rattling on the wall and then I ran into the bathroom because they say that that's the sturdiest place there. Get in the doorway because
welcome. Hey, look who's in the chat, Artie.
Hey, I see. It's Mr. Jim Beauchart.
Where you? They said Art said you were going in the hospital. Are you actually in the hospital? Or was it an outpatient thing that the guy did with this procedure? Or where are you at right now?
Yeah,
I'm going to sit here and wait for your response.
Huh.
Really? It's one of the sound effects Jim uses. Thursday night for 6 hours. Yeah, I knew you went Thursday.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I didn't want to bother you. I figured you'd reach out to me if you wanted to talk about it.
Well, let's welcome all the way from Lipa City, Philippines. It's James, my PI Dream. And without the stuttering, and we got clear video, so he must be next to the house.
Hey, Bill. All right. How's everybody this morning?
Oh,
Hi,
we're doing
James.
good.
This evening, your time. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm right by the house. I decided not to. I went back and I looked at the video from last week and I'm like, oh, because for me it looked normal here, but
Yeah.
it was really bad last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Normal's relative there, James. You know, looked like you.
now I heard you asking questions about the big earthquake earlier in the week, and it was bad up there. I think it is, but it was almost as far as you could possibly go to the northwest tip of Luzon. I think the area is called Abra up there, and it was big. When it first came out, it said 7.0. Then I saw 7.1, and then I even saw one where they reported 7.3.
The article I read said they thought it was 7.3 at first, and then they
7.3,
downgraded
yeah.
it to 7.0. But
Yeah.
either one, that's just
Wow.
Yeah.
scary stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, we had friends that were in Manila. Actually, they were over here last night. Every Saturday night, we kind of have like an open house. We had a bunch of friends that stopped over last night, and they were in Manila, and they're on the 12th. They have an apartment, a condo on the 12th floor of a high-rise building, and they said that they were dizzy because it was wobbling. The whole building was wobbling.
Which is pretty
inside
impressive because I was Google mapping the distance between that town, Abra.
It's a long way, like 200 and something miles.
Yeah,
Or
260 miles.
kilometers. Is it miles or kilometers?
I think it's kilometers. 260 still. That's a couple hundred miles.
Yeah,
and that's crazy. You know. And then Baguio's even closer. I was like, "What do you think, honey? You think your family's right?" She goes, so what? They have earthquakes all
Yeah.
It's a tsunami. It's an earthquake. It's always something.
Well, we normally feel we feel the seismic events down here, but most of ours all come from southwest of us, or around Mindoro and in the sea between here and where you go vacationing, across from Batangas City down there. And this year we've been lucky. I really hardly have felt anything, but in all the previous years, the 4 previous years to that, all year during the year, probably maybe 4 or 5 times we feel something. But this year it's been pretty quiet. So who knows? Who knows what's going on? Yeah.
And loved your video yesterday of the final episode of the.
Oh,
Canadian
I was so glad to put that to a closure. You know, it's because that was the 23rd episode. We did 22, and nothing like the 300 and whatever that we did here for Villa Feliz. It wasn't in that much detail, but I like doing them like that, and we're going to continue doing that. As a matter of fact, the builder, maybe Abby Normal. I think maybe Abby Normal. Yes, that was a great movie.
Funny movie. God.
So the contractor for the house across the street, he's actually getting ready to build his own house inside it. He's been having a problem getting his plans approved. We have a new engineer that does the approval in our subdivision, and I don't think he knows the regulations well enough these days. And he's already submitted. This is his 4th plans that he submitted. The first 3 got rejected for some technicalities that I was on the architectural review board here, and I was a board member a director for 4 years, and the stuff that he's denying him permits for, it's not in any of our rules or regulations. So I don't know what's going on with that. But I'm hoping it gets done really soon because he asked me to cover his build. He's going to have a very interesting build over here. As interesting as our Canadian neighbor's build was, the next one, he's using a method I've never seen anybody do here. You know how they kind of did form work for a lot of the walls on the lower side, basically like for the retaining walls and things like that. And they use the wood, and then when they get done, they peel off the wood, and you got a beautiful, beautiful, very solid wall. Well, the contractor on his side, he's making it's just a small bungalow, 1-story bungalow. But he's going to use cementuous board for the formwork, and the cementuous board is going to be left in place. So once they get to a certain curing stage of the concrete, they're just going to undo whatever bolts. Or I don't really know how. He says he's done this before, but he has an automatic finish. The finish is there because the cementous board is filled with concrete. The adhesive in the concrete it sticks to the cementous board. Then they don't have to do. You know how normally in the Philippines they do a plaster coat, like about this much plaster coat. Then they do a skim coat on top of it. Well, he doesn't have to do any plaster coat, and that's really time consuming. So if this works out good, and he says he's done it before, this might be kind of he might be kind of pioneering something that's might start here in the Philippines that a lot of people don't do because it saves time, and people are trying to get away from concrete hollow block these days because that's crap. Concrete hollow block is crap. And try to go to a more solid build. So we're going to be covering that. So we'll see how that goes.
Cool.
It should be pretty interesting.
Sounds like fun. Oh, and yesterday, one of your future neighbors' birthday, Nelia.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get the normally because she posts like 10 things a day.
Oh yeah, on Facebook,
the cats and the dogs. You know, they do like shelter stuff. God bless them. They do shelter stuff for the animals.
Yeah, because I get a notifications for birthdays. She's got like 5 or 6 different accounts.
Yeah,
and 2 or 3 of them are for animals, and then she's got 2 or 3 that I think she forgot the password or something, and she had a couple other personal ones.
Well, I'm glad you reminded me because I'll shoot her a happy birthday wish right as soon as I get off of here. They were going to. I don't know that they're actually going to build a house on that property, because they own the property that's 1, 2, 3 lots down from us here. It's a small lot, but they put a request in. They put a request into the HOA. They want to kind of like make an animal shelter there. And we have like a 3 or 4 dog limit or something like that, and they want to bring in like 50 dogs and cats and stuff like that. And
I thought they were going to do that down. They've got property in Dipolog. I thought they were going to do that.
I think they are. I think that's what they're going to do. I have a feeling they'll probably end up selling the lot here and then focusing on the other place because they're really dedicated to the animals. So this is not the community to try to set something like that up inside.
Yeah, that's
the neighbors will complain and things like that. So they need something more in the province where they have lots of space.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Robbie,
James, did you see my girlfriend's little piggies?
I did. I saw your video earlier. Ness asked me.
What did you say?
This little piggy went to the market.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear piggies.
Yeah, my girlfriend.
My little something.
She raises.
I didn't hear piggies. Sorry, but I apologize.
He raises pigs.
Not going there, Bill. Not going there.
That's not what I heard.
One of her pigs had a litter. 13.
Well, you know, piggeries are big business here, probably in Thailand too, but they're really big business right here. And there's a big profit margin on piggeries here because Lichan, it's pig, but they call it
Lichan. Yep, I think that's the name of the third one from the left. Is Lichan.
So if you're having anything like this for like any type of celebration. Yeah, if you're having a celebration for like a bratwurst, for a celebration for a wedding or a fiesta or anything like that, that's like the main thing they put. They put all the food around it, and that's like the main attraction that people are coming.
Bill, go ahead and say it.
No, I'm not going to say anything. I apologize to Art for talking about his girlfriend's little piggies.
Well, you know what? I was going to show you the video of them being born, and I thought that might be a little much for this channel because I saw that and I'm like,
going, the girls.
Yeah, you probably don't want to do that. You know how much slack I took? Remember, I asked your opinion about Marianne eating the lizard, and everybody's like, yeah, go ahead and do it. Well, that is the only video I've ever lost subscribers on.
Oh.
That was a bad decision. That was my one bad decision after almost 1,000 videos.
So how's the weather, Robbie?
I'm ashamed of myself.
It's always hot. There's no weather over here. It's either hot or raining and hot. That's about it. So yeah, it's been pretty bad here. I got a couple of goodies to show you guys. Trying to see who in the chat has the Mini 3 Pro. Now I know that Chuck has it at Covaction. I wanted to show you this. Check this out. I just went. The drone fits in here. It clips on your belt or on your backpack or wherever you want to do. And I like it because I can put it on my belt and get on my motorcycle and go, and my hands are free. I don't have to carry that. So it just pops open. And there's the Mini 3.
It's a new accessory.
Let me tell you, this guy that makes these products, and y'all have heard me preach about ScottyMakesStuff.com before. This guy makes stuff that's out of the box. It's like different. When he built this, it's got velvet inside to protect the drone here. It's threaded in different areas, however you want to mount it. And I put the hook on here. And it's not just a hole that holds it in there. It locks in place. You really don't even need this screw. And you wear it on your side. But I tried it out today. It was my first flight with this. And it was great because it was like I just got right off the bike, popped it out, and I was up to go. So this is the case for the Mini 3. This is a brand new product. It's been out like maybe 2 weeks. I love it. It's like really nice. Although when I went to the local market, James, you know how the markets are here where you go buy food? Everybody was looking thinking, I think he's got a gun in there because, they're not used to
That's right.
And I wouldn't wear it normally. I don't think I'd wear it really walking around anywhere, because it kind of looks different. But as far as functionality, putting it on and getting on the bike and going, when you're out flying, it makes it nice to have it handy because, when I'm out on my motorcycle, I don't like laying stuff on my bike and fix my controller and pull it off. I just pull it right out of here. So this is for the drone itself. This is for the new smart controller. And like I said, these have been out under 2 weeks. I haven't seen any reviews on it yet. And this is the case for the smart controller. And again, it just pops open. Inside it's velvet. The smart controller slides right in. And when he made this, of course, everybody knows Scotty for making these sticks. They're the Senna sticks. And let me tell you one thing. It puts just enough pressure and give so you don't get that when you get ready to take off in your drones and your video. Hell, it'll save me time in editing. So they're really, really comfortable. And I use them on all my controllers. I've got them he's got them for the Smart Controller, Mini 3, Pro 2, all the Mini series. So I really, really like the products. This guy just makes different stuff that people don't make. He makes stuff for people that are on the move.
Yeah. The is it like from the U.S.? Does it come from the U.S. and go there?
He's in Australia. And he's got a website called ScottyMakesStuff.com.
Yep.
Australian guy, Johnny McPherson. Dude, he makes some this is a strap. So this is a strap for you to put your extra battery in. And you can strap it somewhere. So you don't have to run back to the case because a lot of times when I'm out filming, I'll leave my case over by the edge of the water and walk away a little bit and flying. I got people walking by me and they could easily, grab something if they wanted to, not that they would. I like having this on me because it's just like a quick pop it out and you have it. But, I went from hard cases in the US to giving them all away because I hated them and I went to soft cases. And now I'm going back to some of the hard cases. And I wasn't sure how I was going to like this until I tried it. But when it opens up, literally, I mean, that dude,
there you go.
He was a genius to make that. He really, really was. Really was.
So how much of the sales cut do you get from Scotty for this?
I don't get anything out of it.
Marketing here.
I'll tell you, he did give me an affiliate link, to get a little bit of percentage off what was sold. But you know what? I mean, he gives me this stuff anyway to show. And I'll be honest, if there's some stuff that I don't like, I'm honest about it. I love these sticks. One thing that I see over time is having to take them off and on is you have to actually unscrew the top part. And the issue with the smart controllers, when you have a smart controller of any kind, when you start that smart controller, it verifies that this stick is in 0 position. So if you crank the hell of these down, and it's not exactly, as soon as you start your drone up, it'll tell you, calibrate your stick. So I always leave them loose before I start and then take off. It is a little bit of a hassle on the Mini too, because you have to actually unscrew it, take this little coupling washer off that's in there, take this part off that's in there, take this part, and the Mini 3 is set up with a female instead of the male, and the male comes out of the controller compared to the standard smart controller doesn't have a screw head sticking out of the actual controller. So what I did on my smart controller is actually put my stick in like this, put my piece on there, put it on here, and I put just a little bit of Loctite, not the kind that never comes off, just to keep it from spinning. And then I put it on there, and it keeps my position on my normal smart controller, because you can, as you're moving, I guess you could roll it, but it's got so many facets that stick out here for you to hold on to. It's like you're not going to let loose. But I wasn't going to buy the Mini, and I'll tell you why I bought it. Because I wanted it, for one. The vertical shot gives you so much of an advantage, because with the horizontal shots during video or during actually taking a picture, sometimes you really got to back up or move forward to get the right shot, because you got so much sky in it, you got so much ground. The vertical is so good because you can get so much more in your picture. And of course, with that, it's already set up for Instagram and Facebook. So as soon as you take the video or the image, you're ready to go. You really, if you watch yourself, you don't even have to edit. You can just like 1, 2, 3, start it, you're finished, stop it. So it's already set. So on the back of the controller, it's got a button here that you hit. And when you push this button, the camera on the drone does this. It flips up and goes into the vertical mode. And then it comes down. I was videoing in vertical mode, and I wanted to change it, and I tried to change it. It will not let you change between vertical and horizontal. After you start filming, you got to cut it off, flip it, and start filming again. It won't let you record and make those changes. But so far, man, I'm impressed with it. It's very smooth. I know that Chuck loves a smart controller. Okay, let me redo this. Okay, right now, this is the only smart controller that works with the Mini 3. There's nothing else on God's green earth, Chuck, okay, that works with the Mini 3. So when I'm talking about the Mini 3 and I say smart controller, I'm hoping that the people in the audience realize it's the smart controller. Yes, it's not the exact name for it, like the RC Pro smart controller, but I think all of us know enough about drones in here to know when we're talking about a subject, know what freaking controller it is. So because Chuck's pointed it out to me like 6 times, so I wanted to put him on the spot. So he's leave me the hell alone about this. Damn, I'm gonna start calling it a dumb controller.
All right, couple questions for you, Robbie, and it has to do with the product you got right there. Robbie said he's from Australia. Is his sales point from Australia? Does he ship from Australia? Does he have places?
No, well, he ships from the U.S.
That's a smart.
There you go. Canada, Europe.
So for me in the Philippines, how would I get something here in the Philippines if I were to order?
I think he would. Let me look at his. I'll tell you real quick. Hold on. He ships me direct from his.
And while you're looking that up, as far as accessories go, you showed for the smart controller there's a hard shell case that comes with it. Does he have it for the RC Pro? Does he have a hard shell case for that as well?
Yes, he does.
Oh, good. So then I might be interested. I want to know a little bit more about it.
I want to get the case for the Air 2S. because that's my biggest complaint. My everyday flyers.
Yeah, that's what I have. I got the Air 2S and the RC Pro, and what I have is the case that came with the Air 2. And it's the foam thing. It's the foam thing, and you put your props.
It's not cut out for smart controller. It's cut out for the M1 controller.
Yeah, for that one. So I actually have to have two different. I have to have like a grocery bag for my RC that when I want to walk away really quick, Yeah. So
that's my situation because I've got my Mavic 3 and my RC Pro, and I use my PG Tech. It's made for it, and then I've got the extra Air 2S in my hand. Or I put it in like a Ziploc that goes here, and it's annoying. I wish they would make. They need to make a case for the Mavic 3 and the Air 2S together. The reason is we're using the same smart controller. I mean, I'm not saying make a backpack for all your damn drones where it all fits in there, but most people that buy the Air 2S don't buy the smart controller. They just don't.
I don't know about the other the Mavic, the new Mavic Mini 3, and all the Mavic series and stuff like that. But you know what annoys me about my Air 2S, and very little things that annoy me about the Air 2S, is the fact that I have to actually roll out the arm, the prop arm, to be able to access the SD card. To be able to get it. I hate that. I don't know why. I don't know why they couldn't have relocated that.
Yeah, I actually think that myself, and then I think, well, it's not that big a deal. But you're right, because with the Mini 2, it just sticks right out the ass, and you can just pull it right out. But you got to
still get to it. So you've only got to flip the one arm, but you can get to it.
But you still got to flip something.
I thought about that also. These are some new. Have you seen the new gimbal covers?
Oh yeah, I saw that. Somebody else showed that here recently. I don't know where I saw it.
So I got that for the Air 2S.
My Mini 2, you can it's right there.
I don't know. So DJI, if you guys are looking at this video, you need to fix that in your next whatever the next model of drone that you're going to produce.
That's my new toy.
Oh, Bill's got one. Bill just picked up one.
Bill, did you get one?
I must have been drinking last time I put this away. Look at that shit.
Oh yeah.
I just noticed that. That's not good. I just picked up a DJI.
I just picked up James, straight to you from Australia, because I just looked, and the locations that I see are U.S. and America, United Kingdom, Europe, just Europe only, and then Australia ships worldwide. So in your case, you would get it when he ships to me. I usually get it in 6 days.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm sure he expedites it because he wants us to show the stuff. But
I wonder what.
When I was buying it, it was 10 days.
Yeah, I
just bought one, Robbie.
I
just bought that. I just bought that drone.
Oh yeah. Oh, you got it?
Yeah, I got it from TJ Grady. Got the Fly More kit, $700.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop.
Yeah, I paid. I was weak. I said, "Yeah, you can't. You handle shipping." But I knew it was a great deal to begin with. And he goes, "Oh, okay. Well, there's some sketchy guy. If that falls through, then it's yours." And I thought, "Nah, he's working me. Okay, I'll let him work me." And I paid for the shipping.
Art, is it okay if I put a link to Scotty's store on here so if they want to see that
product,
they can see it? Okay.
Yeah, I want to see that.
As y'all will see, it's not an affiliate link. I'm not going to make any money off of it and make my cheddar get a little greener than anybody else's. It's funny because one day I was talking about something and David Lorenzo, I think his name, made a comment. And he said, I bet Robbie's making money off of it. Oh, forbid that we make money off anything, guys.
ScottyMakesStuff.com.
But okay, so I bought my Pocket. I've never really used it, but it has an app called the Mimo app. Okay. Mm-hmm. And you connect it to your telephone, and it's got the little piece here that pops out, that slides on, and then you can actually plug your cell phone into it and use the screen here.
Bill, you look like the Star Trek dude. Just got the little thing.
I like it because you don't have to see this. You can actually look on your screen here.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up. My biggest problem with anything is shipping. I'm a little frustrated right now, is because Amazon usually is pretty good about shipping stuff to the Philippines, and usually the prices on smaller items, very small items, they're usually not that expensive. It's reasonable when you're thinking maybe something that's $25 to ship something to you, $25 from the U.S. over here. That's acceptable. But sometimes they have, and I don't know if it's because sometimes they have shipping costs and associated costs that are just insane. It's totally insane. I'll give you a case in point. Since one of the reasons I really wanted to close out this home build series with the Canadian neighbors build is I want to move to some of my favorite topics and hobbies, and it has to do with music and all. So Ness and I just bought a small Bose, one of those Bose personal performance PA systems. It's got like the subwoofer and the mixer all built into one, and it has like a little tower that shoots up. It's becoming very popular if you're one that goes to like nightclubs and cafes and you see a solo performer or some just a duo performers that are up there playing. So we invested in that basically so we can do some live performances here in the backyard in the pavilion. And it's not super loud. It's very personal. So I wanted to get, there's a companion, and it has 3 inputs. It has 2 inputs for like one mic and one instrument. And it has another one that you can plug in, like if you have a iPod or something that can have music going through it. So really, in all practicality, out of the box, it's really only set up for a solo performer, a guitar and a microphone. So what you can do, you can add on like a little type of a mixer, right? But Bose actually makes this really nice mixers that you can actually have 4 more inputs to that. So if you have two musicians, 2 guitars, 2 vocals, and then you have a guy that's playing like the drum or something like that, or a bass player, they can hook up to one of the other things. So anyway, make a long story short,
let's make it short.
Bose has this very nice companion mixer, very, very nice, and it gets powered by the PA system. You don't have to plug it into another power source. So I'm like, oh, this is great. So I look online here in the Philippines, and there's one place on Lazada that has it, but they've never. I looked at the last time somebody made a comment. It was like February of 2021. So and it says no stock. And I think that has a lot to do with the supply chain, what's been going on since the pandemic. So I doubt I'll
get it.
Yeah. So I went back to the U.S. and I went on Amazon. And it's a pretty expensive item. I think it's like $399 or something like that. But they want to charge you like $279 for shipping for a little thing. It's only like this big. So the total cost of the thing is like around $600 or $700 for this thing. I'm like, why does it cost $279 to mail a little box? Then I said, okay, I'm going to put that one off. I have a Yamaha mixer. I use that temporarily until I can get this other thing. I just have to plug it into another power supply. So then there was another thing that I wanted to get, and I want to get one of these little drum machine things inside there. There's a real neat one called I think it's called Beat Buddy or Drum Buddy or something like that. It's very, very popular, and it's not like you're going karaoke or anything like that. I hate those where you have the back mix tracks and everything like that, and it's like the next best thing to being karaoke, and I don't like doing that. So I looked at that and I'm like, oh, okay, well this is cool too. So I did it again. Same problem in the Philippines. One place on Lazada had it, and they've been out of stock since like forever. They've never had it. And I wrote to the guy in the chat. He says they've been just stopped. Put it inside your wish list, and when it comes in, you'll get notified. Well, that's the canned answer for everything over here. So I went back on Amazon again, and the same exact thing. They got it in the U.S., but the shipping on it was $200 and something, and that's a pedal. It's actually the exact same size as a guitar pedal. It's a tiny thing. It's this high, $200 and something for customs and shipping fees inside there. So
I've gotten several packages from Scotty's, and I've never had an issue. And what I like about his shipping,
from China is no problem. It's not China. It's from the U.S. getting stuff over here from the U.S.
Yeah, and from Australia to you, anything you buy from him, I don't know how when they build his website and they use the shipping software, but it's really cool because You guys know how when we order stuff that says processed, in delivery, out for delivery, customs. Their website has got a thing where you click on it. It shows you exactly on the road where it is, just like Amazon. From Australia to here. So when you get the products, they're like I said, he just makes different stuff. I'm going to show a screen real quick if I can get window.
Well, I'm definitely going to go to that site and take a look at that because I've actually been looking for something, a storage mechanism for the Air 2.
Let's see here. Can you see what I'm sharing? Okay, look. You see the one where it's got the cell phone and then it's got the pocket in the front on the right-hand side?
Oh, wrong one. Yeah. I'm trying to make it big.
I can see right inside of it. Look at that.
Art has been so technically challenged.
There we go.
Today.
Okay.
There we go. Now I figured it out.
Here's the issue with the pocket and the pocket 2 because Al's got it. I've used them both. You don't get that walking bounce. So this actual stabilizer will hold the pocket or the DJI Action 2 and your cell phone on the front. And you can use it 2 different ways. You can either use the camera on the cell phone to video you and get your audio, plus the Pocket 2 gets your subject and the audio, or you can connect the Mini app. Instead of having to look at that 1-inch screen on the Pockets, you can use your cell phone. Dude, this is like a genius product right here. I mean, I've seen a lot of gimbals, and I never have liked those great big Ronin gimbals that you use your cell phone. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to use my Pocket. I want to be able to use my Action 2. But the thing is the screens are so freaking small that you can't adjust anything. With the cell phone, if you use the Mini app on that, I can face it, see what I'm filming from here, and all the controls that I have to control from here, they're right here, and I can hit live stream. And guess what? Live stream from that app.
Robbie, do you personally know Scotty from Scotty? Yeah. Maybe do me a favor. Shoot him a message at some point, and I don't know if he's familiar with our channel here. Shoot him a message and say, I got this friend that's over in the Philippines. He has a channel, and the 2 big markets for our channel are the Philippines and the United States. That's our biggest demographics. We often get products sent to us. It's like a gratuity type of a situation. And if it's something that, but if I do something like this with Scotty, he has to be aware. I do something called the good, bad, and the ugly on product reviews. If it's a good product, I tell all the good features about it. But if it's something that there's a problem with, I'm honest. I'm honest with everybody on that. And but if he's interested in sending like a product over here for me to do a review, and at basically at his expense. I mean, if he doesn't want to do that, that's fine. If I think it's good anyway, I'll purchase it.
Yeah.
But
he's got his website looks small. He told me that he's selling 700 sets of these each day, just these. He's got a factory. So, I mean, he's making big stabilizer equipment. It's a big company. I met him because I ordered a product, and it was like I never got it. And then they kept telling me, oh, but we're trying to deliver it. I give them the wrong address. I ended up eating crow. And I said, well, the lady that I'm talking to, she's lying because she said they delivered it. And damn it, they didn't deliver it. And he goes, well, first of all, I don't like you having a go at my mom. And I'm like, oh, shit, his mom does the shipping. So it's a family business. But let me tell you, when I had an issue and a complaint of, hey, I don't have my product, what's going on? He called me from Australia, the owner of the company, and talked to me for 60 minutes. He goes, Robbie, what do I got to do to make you happy? He goes, the roughest part about my job and my company is everybody wants something for free. And when I don't give it to them, they don't want to say good stuff, in which I can understand how companies are. I bought the sticks because I wanted something different that I could show and test that not everybody else makes. I mean, how many companies make sticks for the GPS drones? I'm not talking, they just make sharper ones in different colors. This is a truly good product. If it's a product that's bad and he was to get a complaint on it, I know Scotty, he wouldn't make it anymore. But he really makes good products.
Well, so I'm gonna go to that link that you sent me, and if he has something that says contact info or something like that, I'll shoot an email to him, and if you have a chance to mention that you might,
put your email in the private chat for me, and then I'll talk to him this next week because I'm going to have a live stream, and he's coming on the live stream to show some of the products that he has that I don't have here. But I've got all the stabilizer stuff on the way. It'll be here next week, and that way I can hook up this stuff because lighting has been a big issue for me on different stuff.
I'm gonna be shutting this show down here. It looks like everybody's gone over to Adrian's show. So hey, everybody in the chat, thanks for coming, and you guys on the panel, thanks as always.
All right.
Catch you next time.
Man.
Bye bye.